Hey everybody, this is Carissa with Fearless Talk, and this is part 4 of our webisode series, Who is He? This is the last part of this series, and today we're going to be discussing God as creator. And, beauty, I feel, is something that many people struggle with. I feel like everybody wants to feel beautiful. Everybody wants to hear that they're beautiful. And, we go to magazine spreads, newspaper articles, commercials. There's billboard ads and websites that really dictate to us what beauty is. And, many of the things that are deemed as beautiful in our society is that you have to be a thin person, you have to have your hair or your nails done every week or every other week, you have to be up to date on the latest fashions, and something that I've seen in my community is that you have to wear the latest Jordan sneakers or the latest UGG boots, depending on the season. Now, when I was in middle school, I was teased a lot every day by a group of boys who, they teased me so much. I thought that I was ugly for years. And I started to really believe what they were saying because, when you look around, when I looked around myself, everybody was pretty much, I don't want to say the same, but they had many of the same interests. They wore practically the same clothes, and I kind of felt left out. And as high school went along, as the years went by, I really wanted to feel beautiful, so I was doing what society was doing. I would try to go get my hair and my nails done, or I would try to have like the name brand clothes. Like that was something that I always tried to do, is wear name brand things so people would see me as part of the group, even though for some reason I never felt like I was part of society in a weird way. I know it's kind of strange to say, but I never really felt like being like everybody else was something I needed to do or something I should have done. And one day when I came into Christ, I decided, I'm gonna be who God made me to be. So I was like, I'm putting away the perm, no more perm in my hair. My hair used to be up to my shoulders. I was like, I'm done with that. I'm gonna go natural. I'm gonna go back to the way my hair was the way God had made it. So I was like, that's who I'm gonna be. And I tell you, once I cut my hair off and I got my little afro mohawk thing going on, I felt so much better about myself. I was so happy, and I still am happy, and I feel so beautiful. I feel wonderful. I feel lovely. And our definition of beauty is not God's definition of beauty. I feel like God created us all to be unique and created all of us to have an individuality about ourselves. Even the plants and the animals in nature are different. You have, the feline cats, the lion, the tiger, and the cheetah don't all look the same. You know what I'm saying? They're still cats, but they're different. With flowers, the roses and daisies, they don't look the same, they don't smell the same, but they're all flowers, but they're all unique and have their own purpose. They mean different things, so we say. So, now I read a book by Francis Chan, and it's called Crazy Love. And on page 28, if you have the book, you can go check it out. But in page 28, he says, whatever God's reasons for such diversity, creativity, and sophistication in the universe, on earth, and in our own bodies, the point of it all is his glory. God's art speaks of himself, reflecting who he is and what he is like. And to me, this makes perfect sense, because whenever someone creates something, whether it's like an artist creating art or, someone creating an invention, you kind of get a sense of who the creator is and who the person is. And, with God's creations, I really feel like he is showing us that he can do anything from the most simplest to the most complex tasks. And I feel like, even the most little simple, little leaf that you find on the floor is just so beautiful in comparison to the whole complex tree with like 6 million leaves on it, or more or less, So, I feel like, it's just showing us the marvel of who God is and that he can do it all. And also that, God really takes his time, and, he fabricates everything out of love and with unique and special purpose. And I found in Ephesians 2:10 in the Bible, it says, for we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. So, basically what that said is that God molded, he shaped, and he created you for something that only you can do. Okay, there's no more you, there's not another you running around this world. It's just you. And you are his special, unique, individual piece. And, no one has your personality. No one has your unique face. No one has your unique laugh, your unique life. And, I think that what you should do is to be not what society has deemed you to be what God has created you to be. Because, when you try to run around and be what society has made you to be, you really become a slave to that. And I found that in God, when I am who he has created me to be, I feel more free. And from understanding God as creator, I found two things that I feel like we should really understand. And the first one is that, who best knows your life than the person who created it? God understands us and you and me so much more than we understand each other or we understand ourselves. And, knowing that and realizing this allows us to go to him for guidance, because if he knows everything, he really is going to be able to help you when things get tough. And that brings me to my second point, which is that, God gave us an instruction manual, and this manual to help us through life is called the Bible. And when you're facing problems, when you're facing addictions, when you're facing trouble, God, if he can make things beautiful and create things, I think he has the ability to fix them when they're broken, or when they're, not working right, or when there's an issue with them. I think he knows the way to be able to repair those things and make them new again, right? So, God has an answer for everything, and he can fix everything in your life, in your friend's life, with prayer, with faithfulness. And, this week, what I really want you guys to do is to find 3 beautiful things in your life, whether it's something that's from nature or something that's a little bit more personal. Really find 3 things that God has, created within your life. And I want you to kind of think about a couple of questions. So the first one would be why are these things beautiful? And the second one would be what do you think their purpose is? Because everything has a purpose and everything is beautiful, but why? And I'm sure, you'll be able to, when you really look at them, be able to see why God has created these things. Or maybe it's just for his glory, it probably is for his glory, because God's just magnificent. But anyway, I really hope that you guys have a wonderful week. Next week we're going to be doing something a little different, so I hope you guys have a great time. I hope you can find 3 beautiful things, and I'll see you all next week. Have a good one. Bye.